for you. So really in the book is going to get down to, hey, these are the things that we talked about. But I want you to really look at the big picture of your finances, right? So again, you can do one of two things with your finances. You kind of get down to your problems and you know where every dollar is spent and how that works for your household. In a big picture aspect, if you want to create change, you can do this through the economy by putting your money in places where that the person will then recycle the money for better uses. I think that is so important to understand that you can change your community by where you put your money, right? And that is a very important piece of financial literacy. So how do you do that? You have to step back and you have to look at this big picture of goal setting. When you look at your goals and understand what it is that you want to accomplish at the end, now you can start to build these pieces in here and fill in the blanks of where I need to be. Now, a lot of times you're not going to know the answer. I think in financial literacy is not just knowing the answer, but is knowing where to go to find an answer. Not the biggest truster of banks, but banks have really great information. I would go see an advisor at a bank. I would, because if I put my money in a bank, in the least, I should have someone there to be able to guide me through some of the things and questions that I need to ask. You also have me, one of the largest resources. I mean, if you were able to pick up this book, then you know that a lot of these questions I'll be able to answer for you. And if not, I'm not. I think I would do myself, and if you're an entrepreneur, the same thing, I would do myself an injustice if I didn't build a network around the strength of my business. If you look at the investing planning chapter, yes, you can come talk to me. But if you are really rooted into wanting to understand about your investing planning, then of course there's a resource. You can go and talk to Jovan Royal and the Royal Trading Company. These are the things that I think are important in resourcing out information. Again, we talked about goal setting. What are some of the biggest things in goal setting? You're going to want to get a mentor. You want to get an accountability partner. You're going to want to get a coach. These are the things that you're doing inside of these plans, because these people have been there and you want them to be able to help you out to where you're going, especially when it comes to retirement planning, investment planning, legacy planning. In fact, if you tune into the Greatness Academy podcast, and I have the link for the podcast down here, you'll see that in the next couple of episodes in season 2, the first couple of episodes, I interview people who have already retired. And so they can give us the game of, hey, when it's time for you to retire, these are some of the things that I've done to get here. And now I'm here and I'm, sitting in Florida on the beach, or I'm in the Midwest still creating, passive income for myself and investing and, building up communities and things of that nature. So I think that, the biggest piece of this is have a plan and have somebody who's been there before. When we talk about, let's talk about a personal budget right there. Get that book, because it has all of this information in there in detail of, hey, what is the next thing to do? Now, it may not have a particular company, but again, this comes down to the one-on-one person. I don't think this or any other product is a one size fits all, because everybody's situation is different and everybody's going to want to do and key in on different things. So I just kind of give you the whole kit and caboodle, and whatever you want to niche down into, then we can get it and dig into the weeds and figure it out. But that is just a part of the plan, man. That is a part of the plan. Again, you can learn so much from yourself when you understand your plan and then you understand your budget, because your budget will let you know what your habits are. Your budget will be defined by your culture sometimes. Sometimes you get into these positions where you see what the hell is going on and you understand that my culture or the way I was raised, my beliefs are not what they are. And those are just icebergs. Everybody deals with icebergs in their life where they believe that their culture is there's, a connotation in their culture where something has to happen, and then they realize that it is stopping them from accomplishing their real goals. And a lot of the times you'll find this through doing your budget to say, man, the man in my house always controlled the money. And now my wife is actually good at money, but I can't get past letting her do the money because I grew up where the man always handles the money. And me saying that out loud will let you know that that's stupid, right? The strongest person in finances handles the money in the house. I mean, in my house, it just happens to be me. But we acknowledge that. That doesn't mean I do it by myself. We do it as a team. And then, as we go through the budget and we go through the planning, some things I will take the lead on just because I have a vast knowledge of it. And the same thing, I don't get in the kitchen and start shaking salt on everything, right? Although I'm a pretty good salt shaker. But the point is, every role isn't gender specific. Every role isn't what you thought it was as you were growing up. So keep that in mind when you're going through your budget, because again, that's just some things you learn about yourself, and you're going through your planning, you learn it about yourself. These are the things that I want you to key in on to be successful. Not only what are we doing right, but understand what are we doing wrong and what we can do better, because this is going to get you on the other side, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for purchasing the book. There's much, much more information to be learned at www.lifejourneyfn.com. We have blogs. I have a number of free meetings. If you go to At the Greatness Academy podcast on YouTube, we have a number of educational videos that you can go through. And at any point in time where you figure out, hey, this is what my family or I need for my individual financial needs, then go ahead on Life Journey, go to the book now and book me for an appointment. But again, thank you so much for purchasing the book. And you know what we say, change your mind, change your money, change your life. We really appreciate it. And again, winners win, and we win when you win. Thanks. Boom.